Yeah, it's it, dude.
This walkie-talkie.
Yeah, what's up, guys? We're live. All right, I'm gonna take out my headset here so you can hear me. Since he wants to participate. Let's see. Can you also hear me? You can. I can't hear you at all. I can't. Let's see. Oop. I think you broke it, dude. Nah, dude. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Luis? Yeah, I can't hear you guys. Hang on. I don't know how to use this. Whoop. There we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Ah, there we go. There we go. Right on. Well, cool, man. Well, let's see who shows up. So far, these things have been pretty slim, but you know, I like to see all those beautiful faces. You know, so it's all good. So what's new? What's cracking? What's new in y'all's lives?
I walked from the living room to the kitchen earlier.
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting. So.
Yeah, it seems pretty standard for a lot of us. You know, obviously for obvious reasons, being quarantined and all that. What's up on YouTube? Who's here? Let us know in the chat who's with us live. We're broadcasting on Zoom and YouTube, so you guys are welcome to join one or the other, or both, or whatever y'all want to do. It don't matter. But yeah, it's been crazy, man. Interesting times for sure, as you guys all know. So I heard Dallas County extended their shelter to like May 20th. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. Luckily, Collin County tends to.
They can come and shut you down. If I don't let them in, they can shut you down.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know, so we'll see what happens, man. But Collin County has a tendency to kind of stay open. They're like the lowest as far as how strict people are, I think. So unless it's mandated by.
My sister-in-law, she works at a roofing place in Allen.
Yeah.
And apparently the fire marshal came in and they were like, everyone needs to leave.
Shut it down. Wow. Man, well, I mean, they can come in here with us.
Yeah, talking about.
Make me leave, right?
Like we don't hear it.
I can't hear with my cauliflower ear. Yeah, that's cool, man.
So the government is still saying April 30th, though, right?
I think April 30th is still the timeline on there. So
I was then May 12th. I mean, May 20th.
Well, I think what they're doing is the government sets a basic guideline, and then the cities and the counties have their own right to extend it or add to it.
Yeah, that's what I found out today. That the what's his name from Dallas County said extended to May 20th.
Clay Jenkins.
That's his name.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that's going to break a whole lot of businesses.
for sure.
Until May 20th.
For sure, bro. When you look at like all the SBA like lending and all that stuff they're doing, like I spoke to someone from the SBA directly on Tuesday, which I got a hold of really quick, which was surprising. But you know, once people apply, it seems like it's taking 3 to 4 weeks before they even get a hold of somebody that will reach out to actually move forward with that process. You know, so on the lending aspect, you know, who knows how long it's going to take. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of people are allowing like deferred payments. You know, I know mortgages and things of that nature allowing 3 months to miss payments, allowing sort of credit collections and things like that. So that's nice. You know, so we'll see how it impacts people. I think the biggest issue is layoffs. You know?
Oh yeah, a lot of I have friends that we have a chat that we've been friends since we were early college, and one of my friends, he's been working in I don't know if you guys know there's a nightclub called Medusa They also own OK Corral and Rodeo and Ski. The big company that owns event nightclubs, I guess you can say. They all had to shut down, so they had to let go like over 400 people just overnight like that.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hopefully, this whole payment protection program will help people kind of get back in line. It's interesting. I think most people don't even know really what's going on in general with it, right? It's like the program's so new. The banks don't know. SBA doesn't even really know. It's just kind of slapped together and like, hopefully we figure this out. Which is understandable. I mean, kind of a last minute package put together to help provide financial relief for people is kind of challenging. How do you distribute funds and things of that nature? But it would be interesting to see how that unfolds. So
They
hopefully
need to cancel student loans.
you're right. Yeah, I don't have any student loans, so like for me, I'm like, man, cancel away. But it'll be interesting to see. I think a lot of people are coming together though, and landlords and lenders are doing what they can to help make it easier on people. So it doesn't stop the layoffs. That's the biggest challenge, I think. We've had quite a few of our own students who've been laid off as well. It's unfortunate. So, but nevertheless, if that happens to any of our students, right, where you guys can, we're trained for free. If you guys get laid off and things of that nature as much as we can. If it comes down to financial burden, right, between jiu-jitsu and eating, you guys eat and keep training and all that kind of fun stuff. Hopefully we'll get through this together. So.
I was going to say, I was going to pull that email up I was talking about, Nikki, but it says something about student loans. Not that they're forgiving the debt, but like you don't have to make payments right now. For federal student loans, not if you have
What
private.
if we were behind before this all went?
I don't know. Let me find that email though.
Student loans are stupid.
Yeah, right. Any loan is stupid unless I need one.
Yeah. My sister-in-law also sent me that link for the OPA application.
Yeah.
And supposedly, I was reading it. It said that they had like the low loan that supposedly you don't have to pay. You have to apply for it. You can. It's up to $10,000 to qualify for it.
Yeah, that's the disaster relief.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, disaster relief program. Your wife's having issues getting your meeting. You should try to text her or call her out.
Can she not see it at all?
I guess it says they're in a meeting though, so she can't get in. I don't know. I'm gonna tell her. I'm like, I can barely operate Zoom as it is, let alone try to fix the technical issues.
I didn't know it was such thing until this week.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think that $10,000 portion of that loan, I think it can be forgivable if it's used for the right expenses. I think, but I'm not sure. I applied one for us as soon as I could, just to be like, let's see what happens, So
yeah, I don't know. I was reading some of it, but yeah, it said like if you need it for like I guess payments that won't stop coming or something like that, or payroll or.
yeah, payroll, rent, standard like operating expense. I think is kind of the idea. That they're forgetting, at least with that payroll protection one, they're allowed to use for payroll and rent, utilities, things of that nature. Just standard expenses that have to be paid month to month.
Yeah.
Which is good. At least they're doing something. I
This
think
says federal student loans are automatically suspended through Section 30th, 2020 with no interest accruing or no penalties during the period of suspension. Doesn't say anything about approval.
Maybe that's why they stopped calling me.
they're like, yeah, like, you know what? We'll let her kick back a little bit on these collections back here. That's fine.
Yeah, they stopped checking to make sure I was alive every 30 minutes.
Yeah. Where are you guys at, Nikki? Are you guys at your house? That's an interesting background. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Is that
Chevron paper.
Yeah, okay.
It's the wall.
Yeah, super cool, man. Yeah. Brad looks normal.
Yeah, I'm sitting at my desk, so this is where I work out all day.
Yeah, you guys are very familiar with this environment, right? So That's good. But
I like when we're in the kids' rooms doing the videos because there's like just crap all over the walls.
everywhere, yeah, I saw like the one
each and
where
every
the
song he's ever
domestic
done, he
violence
does it
shots you
on
guys posted on toys and stuff. That was pretty funny. Well, man, well, guys, I'm always happy to talk just in general, but like, man, you guys got any questions on jujitsu? I want you guys to get as much value out of these things as possible. So it's really for you guys.
I like the drills from yesterday. Well, I guess Tuesday as well, but I thought they were good. I realized like if you take just even a little time off the training, your body gets ridiculous, and I'm all like sore and bruised up. But
Yeah, for sure.
it was good. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory, and like you could see us pretty well, so we were adjusting accordingly. So
Good.
It was good.
Yeah, it seems like I'm actually going to bring in a pretty large TV so that I can actually cast the Zoom on, so I can see you guys better. Otherwise, I have to be like up front in front of the camera to see you guys.
I was gonna say, I saw you set up with the 2 laptops on the table, and I was like, he needs 2 like 4K TVs in there.
Yeah, exactly, man. So like the one we use on YouTube, I use my PC laptop here, my HP. And that I don't need because there's no coaching involved, right? That's just more for recording video, and whomever wants to join, can see. But as far as Zoom goes, I'm gonna cast it to like a 50-inch TV so I can just stand back here and watch you guys.
Yeah,
Especially the kids too, because the kids we have, I have quite a few kids on there that hopefully we get the attendance up with that. Then as versus the little boxes we'll have. What's up, Sarah?
Hi, Sarah.
There she is. Need you help fix it more?
Yes, you need a professional IT guy to come and help.
Sarah, can you hear us? I don't think she can hear us.
I don't think so.
Sarah!
Did you see it?
I don't. I hope so. We can see her, so. Neil helped her, but oh, there she goes. She's connected to the audio.
That's just saying, yeah, she had the little 3 dots by her name dancing, so.
Yeah. We'll see.
Neil paid for his looks, not his technical abilities.
Yeah. Well, so that's good. So I'm glad you guys like the coaching on there. I have, at least on my experience, it seems to be pretty easy to see. Obviously, sometimes the connection lags a little bit, just depending on each of y'all's connections and things of that nature. But for the most part, it's been pretty good to see and be able to provide some feedback based off of the movements that we're working. So that's good. Sarah, can you hear us yet?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hey, the link that you have on the app is the wrong meeting ID. That's why I couldn't get in.
On what app?
On the CJJF app.
CJJF.
I don't have a Zoom meeting link on the.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Wouldn't surprise me if I messed that up.
And it says it's a recurring meeting, but it's not a valid meeting ID, obviously, because it's.
Oh, you know what though? It's because for the I didn't have a Zoom link. I think for this.
It's probably last Friday's link.
It might have been last Friday. No, I didn't have Zoom. I was using Zoom. But
There's a Zoom link. I just sent her the picture of it. So, but people are probably getting
Yeah.
Facebook.
That's all right. Yeah. So the one I posted on Facebook, I created this one on today actually because I forgot to do the Q&A for Zoom. The YouTube one was already created. That I sent out already. That's all right. You guys are on. That's all good.
That's all good.
Yeah. So, well, anyways, man. So, like, what about obviously you worked some technique yesterday or this week? Obviously, it sounds like there are a lot of questions with that. But man, I'm happy to show or answer questions you guys have on anything else. Whatever techniques cross your mind, or if there's anything you want to see or show, or other ideas, things that we can provide to you, like throughout the week. Obviously, like Brad, how to train partner. So, I know it becomes super fun to watch us do technique while you're running on the treadmill. But
Put a key on your dog, right?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Put a plastic ball in his shirt.
Just quick. It still works for me watching.
Good.
Like the drill that we went over this week, I realized what I've been doing wrong, like getting out of people's back. So I was getting mounted when I escaped the back. And I'm like, okay, so trap the leg, trap the arm.
Yeah,
etc. So
being aware of that.
that's why I'm still, even though I'm doing other things during class, I'm still watching. I put it in this pay-per-view. when everybody's partnering up, and then whenever you're doing the demo, I just switch back to you on the full screen. So
Cool. Yeah, I haven't figured that out myself, so I just keep it in panel view. I guess I don't need a full screen. I'm the one doing sharing, but
that's just saying, once you get those TVs, you should be able to run dual screen and put a panel on the TV and then put something else on the laptop.
yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I'm hoping because I think my plan is to like airstream or airdrop it or whatever to the TV. So I'm hoping that works well. Otherwise, I might try like a hard connection with HDMI or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of luck doing that with video.
With airdrop or whatever it's called, airstream.
Yeah, it works fine for like web browsing and stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'll get a hard connection.
But with video, it's a little bit sketchy.
What is Sarah?
Sarah, what are you doing?
Pouring one for the dead homies.
Yeah, right.
It looked like she's mixing up a drink.
Yeah.
In my hospice cup.
Ginger ale.
She's gonna be really happy to see you when you get home.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
So, but like I said, guys, anything else technique wise, or you don't want to just chit chat and BS? That's cool too. Like, I'm all happy with that as well. So,
For me, when I was watching the back defense, remember when you told me that one time we were grappling and I kept opening the lapel, and you told me that exact same thing. You said no, don't open it because then you're just allowing me to put my hand deeper.
right.
Yeah, I made that same mistake.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and man, like
this thing.
it's not wrong, like.
Oh.
thanks, Luis.
It definitely buys time, So like if I'm here trying to go for the choke, and he grabs his lapel and he opens, so I grab up higher, I plug my hand. Yeah, like I'm here. Yeah, look, it gives me space, So you use both hands, Neil, like you're pulling away. Yeah, no, up higher. There you go. Yeah, like he's pulling away, so I can't choke. Look, all it does is it allows me to feed my thumb in deeper, and then now I can choke. Versus if I have the grip and he controls the sleeve. If he was in class, he wasn't in class. There you go. And he controlled my elbow. Now I can't escape the elbow, and it makes the choke far more challenging.
So that does make me come up with a question. So JD posted a picture actually today of that position, but it was no gi. So the guy was going for the Kimura grip from the back. My question is, would you go for the Kimura grip just to set up the choke better? So like if you go for the Kimura grip, they try to rip your hands off. That means free to grab the collar.
Okay, so you're talking about with the gi.
Yeah.
So meaning coming here,
Right.
and he grabs my hand.
His head was still in the inside.
Well, no, his head was still inside.
Okay, so more for the seatbelt then. Okay.
Neil's trying to do the escape. Take you to the weak side. You got the Kimura, and you are using that to set the choke back up.
Yeah.
I guess.
For sure, like if I can control his hand, because look, if I can control his hand here, let's do this a little bit. So if I'm here, I have a order set up, like, hey, this is like control, number one. But because I'm controlling his hand, I can turn his hand away from me and open his lapel, and then feed,
Yeah.
So for sure, when I can control this arm,
you can use the Kimura control to get the choke back.
yeah, this definitely helps for sure. Especially like if they're giving you like you can't grab the lapel to fight in your hands, Like I said, I'm trying to grab a choke and grab my hands and I can grab here and control. And then look, now I have this. Now I feed. You can open up as well, for sure. I like this grip a lot. Grab it more grip because it can feed right into the arm lock. But like you said, control. I can also grab like the meat of his hand here and like push down here as well. For a couple of reasons. One, if normally if I'm grabbing like this, he starts to extend his arm to break, and then I can feed it behind his back. What are you happening, man?
You did a wrist lock.
Oh. Yeah, look. Yeah, so as they extend, I can bring it behind.
Let me do it to you.
No, I don't want to do that. But I can
There's a wrist lock
use
there.
if you have someone who's got good mobility, I can actually bring the hand behind the back and trap it as well. I don't want to play.
Because that's good.
Right here. Yep. Right here.
Maybe I don't have mobility.
I don't feel it at all, man.
Let me see.
He's gonna try it again, guys. Hang on.
So you had it like this.
No, I had it here. I had like this here.
Oh, there's nothing there.
No.
I think you could be a pain.
I Look, Matt, you have bad mobility though. You're like 45 now, bro. You're old. You have arthritis in every part of your body. But I grab here. And when they extend, I'll go very easy. Why are you tapping?
That's what it is. You're going under. Let me try that again. You're doing something different.
Oh no, you got me. Yeah. Where's your son at? He's got good mobility. I
Huh?
don't know where he got his good mobility from.
He's a little slow.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure, man, that Kimura grip on there is a great control grip, you know, like even just for the back in general, but anytime you can control that hand, it's great. So, what else you guys got?
So I don't know what I was doing. Like he can probably tell you more, but when we were doing the when we were doing
Is that allowed? Is it just part of the body?
For sure. I've seen who was it not Haley? Who was the greats? Henner and what's his brother's name that does the videos?
Haley?
Is it Haley? Yeah, Haley. Okay, yeah. Henner and Haley, and they show him the girl using her ponytail to choke someone. I think.
I need to learn that one apparently. When we were actually rolling, I don't know what I kept doing, but I kept getting armbarred trying to do that escape over and over and over again. So like, I guess that's.
You know
what I was doing?
What side are you going?
You gotta pin your shoulders down to keep his bottom leg. No.
Oh yeah, that's the detail that John was showing, that when you're trying to escape, your body needs to be on the leg. So
Yeah.
I kept pulling
So
the
was
leg
I
over.
wasn't doing that?
No,
Yeah,
because I was waiting for you to do it so that I can escape that leg out.
So there's a few things. There's a few things here, Nikki, here, right? So like, for sure, the weight on the leg's important, but like this is a great example. Like Neil is like 3 times my weight, right? So like, he's got a lot. Don't hurt me, man. Okay, but he brings me to this side here, right? You're back up just a Neil so we can make sure we're both cameras here. So he brings me to his strong side. Okay, I'm defending here, right? I'm able to bring my hips and pop over. Okay. Now he's got his Kimura grip, right? He switches his grip. Now normally, if he hips out, he can go to the arm bar. So go ahead, Neil. No. Stay on the back. Why were you in class?
I wasn't in class.
Yeah. Look, brings his leg over, boom, and submits, right? But in order for him to do that, okay, he has to remove this bottom leg. So go to the grip, Neil. Yeah. So if I stay heavy on his leg, right? Try to move your hip to move it over. Right? But I can also grab his leg. Right? Let's say I feel like he's starting to bring me up here. Look, I grab his leg here. Bring your leg over my head and armbar me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, armbar me. You can't wrist lock me, you can't armbar me. But if I hold the leg from coming out, I can stop him from armbar me. At least buy myself some time, right? Because that's the leg that's gonna solidify that arm lock. Right here. If I let him bring me up, his leg comes over, then the arm locks. But if I'm here, boom, I can stay heavy. If I make sure all my weight, like look, my feet are off the ground, all my weight's on his leg. Bring your leg over me. Go ahead. Yeah, but keep holding. But if I take my weight off, like I'm bridging, now he's gonna hip escape. Just have to move his hip. Yeah, bring his leg over. Okay.
I'm gonna try to grab the leg because he was just like either pushing me up with his leg or just like ripping my arm up, so I was just flinging around.
Well, I was doing the punch the arm towards the hip, so that's why her body would come up.
Yep.
For me to put the leg over.
Yep.
But if I doing that punch, her head would come up. So my leg, I could slip my leg out.
Yeah. So like he's here, right? He's the fan. He's like switch to the grid. Pull your head up. Boom, I'm here. So Luis taught me he's punching the arm here.
Yeah, because I was bringing her body forward to get my leg out.
Yeah.
It's
So like
punch.
Neil's head on my leg right now, right? So I can't muscle it. I have to shift my hip.
Yeah.
So like I'm not using my leg. I'm shifting my hip underneath. Look how I lift him up. Then I can post and bring my leg over.
So what does Neil do when you do that?
He gets arm bar.
Send it, Neil. Come on, man.
A tap.
He gets arm bar. No. But like I said, if I'm here, right, and he feels me start to do shift my hip, and he grabs my leg, right? Yeah. I
Okay.
can't. I have no choice but to start coming up in the mount position, you know. So the arm lock's gone.
Okay. So I'm gonna try the leg grab. See what happens.
Like I said, it's just an option. You just gotta be aware when they grab the leg, that mount's coming next, you know. So,
Don't tell him.
I already started.
Yeah.
No,
He was already here, Nikki.
Ramon, is there a way to defend that mount at the same time?
For sure, right? I guess we talk about awareness is everything, right? So
Yeah.
we're here. I already know, right? I've already made my defense. Boom. He's here. I got the leg. He can't armbar me. So as he starts to transition to mount, I frame and defend. Right? Because in order for him to transition to mount, he's gonna have to let go. So when he does that, I go right to the leg. He's released the attack, and I go there. Yeah, nice release.
Just ignore him. That's what I do.
No, it's funny.
Who's
Good.
the next Tiger King?
Right?
I'm already in that
Man,
position. Looks like
have
a
you seen
picture,
that?
right?
Have you
I
watched
haven't
it?
watched that.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it reminds me of your family.
Cool, bro.
No, just like- Everybody got quiet.
I haven't seen it.
I can hear
Yeah, so that's hopefully that answered those a couple questions there for you on that, right? Like transitioning awareness is key. You know, knowing like okay, he's going for the arm, block the leg, right? Oh, now he's transitioning him out. Cool. Now I push his leg to keep him from coming over. You know, that takes time and practice, right? But I think mentally making that acknowledgement of what's there, right, it's going to help you through your practice as well. So, what else you guys got? I like the questions. Like I said, man, want me to do like flying arm bars on Neil and stuff too? Like, happy to show.
Bro,
No, they want to see that.
they can do it in the house.
Yeah, I see Luis doing the solution.
Oh, they've been jumping off of everything and trying to jump on each other. It's been pretty wild.
We just locked them in their room.
Yeah, was that where the mats are at? Is that like their room or is that the
It's in their room.
Yeah, we had to stack them up though because Lucian kept trying to take his toys on them, so we stacked
Oh
them.
yeah. Yeah, they're kind of heavy too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're pretty heavy mats, man.
It was part of my workout, like lifting the mats.
Yeah, they're awkward as heck to lift them too, man.
Yeah.
yeah, they kind of fold a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's all right. To me, it felt like when I'm carrying like a 3/4 plywood, like
Yeah. Yeah, so you're used to everything.
I was like,
It's-
whoa.
Sarah. I speak to everything.
It was hard to do.
Sarah, you
because it
want
was full.
them pain meds, Sarah?
She might be.
You know,
It's
it's funny. I'm,
post-op week 1,
I don't know if you know what. I'm recording.
2.
I'm recording in Zoom. But I don't know how to.
Oh,
I want to record y'all, not me. I think I'm recording me though.
let's hope you weren't recording what I just said.
I need to figure this out. I want to be able to record like y'all, not me. But that's okay. We'll figure that out another time. Yeah, we got going this weekend. Anything exciting besides staying home?
Y'all gonna make it to the living room?
today, I drove through a changing temperature of 10 degrees.
Yes.
From Richardson was like 63, and then coming to Frisco was like 43 or 40.
Yeah,
Well, that's more than.
It's 20 degrees, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he said, Sarah.
He's at 10.
a
Same
second.
difference. Same difference.
Yeah, it was like 60 something when I was in Richardson, and then all of a sudden, like the wind came through and it started raining, and then it was like 45, 43 degrees. Like, where are they?
We were at least gonna take the boys on like a car ride, with the doggies.
Yeah.
Since they,
Stick their tongue out, their hands out the window.
but it got cold, so that didn't happen.
It's sucky outside.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing that you stay inside.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but if you're inside and it's sunny, it's
Man,
nice. It's so gloomy, like depressing.
Yeah, that's true. Makes me want to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, the one exciting thing that happens is we have a cardinal that visits our patio every day, and we've been feeding it. And he didn't come today because it's windy and cold, and I was like, where's our friend?
Like the one thing you look forward to every day. Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? Where's our friend?
I was fighting with a scissor tail the other day. We're just sitting here watching it.
Getting after it.
They're fighting over the bread.
Nice. Like purposely leave just one small piece. Some razor blades next to it.
Well, there isn't UFC anymore to watch, so
Dude, that's crazy too, huh?
we gotta do the bird UFC.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with all the sports being canceled. I didn't think about the UFC being canceled.
They're still saying it's going to be a UFC 249 in 2 weeks, I think.
Is that the Ferguson and
What
whoever?
the fight card's going to be, or who, or where, or anything.
Okay.
So
They should have just moved it from New York to somewhere else.
I mean, you think there'd be money to be made, just by pay-per-view alone, like a lot of money to be made via pay-per-view, I think.
Yeah.
Keep it empty.
yeah, I don't know. I think their options are getting limited. I saw, I think it was California, is shutting down where no matter what, we can't do arena stuff. So like, I know we were talking about it the other night, but the WWE is still on TV. There's nobody here.
That's the weirdest thing ever.
So
There's
they're
no one in the
trying
stands?
to shut that down just because there's too many people there to film it. So
Yeah.
Can you imagine the wrestlers? They're like, what did you say? And no one says anything.
it's not like I'm off wrestling or anything. It's just been on, like the TV downstairs has been on for the news and stuff. Hope's, on watching the news.
What if they had like sounds the crowd cheering? They said like play back some sounds, the crowd cheering.
Cardboard cutouts.
They should move all the sporting events to Uruguay. I don't think there are any cases.
Yeah, just somewhere where like
And there's some countries, like we might have to ask Marcus about it, but I don't know what country it was. But I saw videos today of armed police. I don't know what they were. But like, it might have been Mexico, but like people were outside sitting in chairs and stuff. And these guys roll up and start beating them up and taking their chairs.
yeah, it was one of us. I watched a video.
Yeah, and,
There was some
somewhere
guys
else,
in India. They were going around
where they were catching people
smacking
out,
sticks.
Like with them.
putting them in like a stockade with their legs in what are those things called? Like where you put your head and your arms through.
Like the guillotine almost.
Yeah, like the public
Or
shaming
like the wrap. The wrap.
Yeah, but it was probably 12 foot long, and they were just sticking one foot in there and making you sit there with everybody else sitting there catching out.
Wow.
And
Makes you thankful for being here in America, man. We still got Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
To get the videos of them getting beat.
Yeah, to watch the
videos
videos.
on people. If you were tested positive and then they catch you outside of your home, they put an ankle bracelet on you like you're on parole.
Yeah,
And then
I wouldn't be.
New Jersey is trying to shut down stores like Walmart and Target. They're not saying that they can't be open, but they're not going to allow them to sell anything that's not essential. It's like you can't go to Walmart and buy spray paint.
There goes my project.
Yeah. Shucks.
But I have patio furniture I need to paint.
Exactly. I'm like, that's my last bit of sanity is being able to go and get stuff like to work on.
Man, if it wasn't for like this, like doing these things for you guys, man, like I wouldn't know what I would do, man. Like I realize how much of my life has been around just do jiu-jitsu and going home. But I do the same things besides I don't teach a live class. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
No, I even thought about that today. I was like, man, my lease, I'm gonna have miles left over.
Yeah, for real, right? I'm driving
I
around.
can't drive. I can't go over.
Yeah. I have like a Gluco with the food in my freezer now. I went to Costco the other day and actually had food, so I bought a bunch of it.
I saw Costco's starting this weekend. They're limiting how many people can come in.
Yeah, I think a lot of stores are doing that, and I wouldn't be surprised that we'll see a nationwide lockdown soon.
We ordered food at the grocery store to be picked up on Monday. It's just not dealing with the hassle and just doing it that way. It's just gonna be much easier, you know.
Did they have anything?
Well, we ordered it and we paid for it, so it'll be this coming Monday. We'll pick it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
and
food
they-
now, but it's kind of like
You're
trying
allowing
to
them
say
to
stop.
substitute for anything that they're out of, but they'll notify us to let us know. But when we were at Kroger the other day, they actually had most of what we needed,
Except hand
Yeah.
sanitizer.
except toilet paper and paper towels.
Target on
You're welcome.
Stacy and Whole Foods had all the same stuff they normally have except for toilet paper. That was the only thing they didn't have.
Yeah,
But I mean, we got eggs, there was everything.
Was that other store in El Dorado? The Central Market? No.
Market Street?
Market Street.
Yeah, that's right. I work by the Market Street there.
On El Dorado and McKinney, they always have stuff. The only thing that you can't find is alcohol products.
Couldn't find rice.
Right?
Yeah, any of the dry goods, rice and pasta's out.
Yeah.
Yeast. There's like a nationwide shortage of yeast.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll
because people use it to
substitute.
make bread.
But how many
substitute my
people really
carbon
know how to
with
make bread, let's be
chocolate
honest. I mean,
I'm going downstairs.
I know how to make bread, but like, you think he's buying these? How many people are buying this and know how to use it?
You know why I would survive this thing? Because I would just buy like 30 boxes of cereal and that's it. Powdered milk. That's it.
Bro,
Because
easy,
they're
man.
supposed to be buying yeast to make booze.
Well, why when you can get booze delivered to your house now?
Because everybody's out.
No, Neil makes homemade wine by stomping my grapes in the bathtub.
Yep. Haven't washed my food since.
You know, if you know how to make alcohol with yeast, I mean, you deserve to be winner of the Apocalypse Survival Show because, like, that's
That's a lot of work and a lot of weight.
Dude, no joke. Man. Yeah, I had to substitute my. I'm on Eric's diet plan, and so I gotta eat so many carbohydrates every day and all that sort of stuff. And I ran out of rice, and so went to Market Street and had no rice. And I buy the minute rice because it's easy to cook or microwave. And so I had they had no English muffins, and so I had to substitute for bagels.
You should go to Whole Foods. They have the frozen rice. Lucian eats a butt ton of rice a day. Like, he wants rice and soy sauce. So I buy the frozen bags of rice, and they're just steamed in the bag, and they're like $2.50 for a huge bag of frozen organic white rice. And they had a bunch of it when I was there.
Think about it.
And we told her
Quit giving that boy soy sauce.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like drizzle it around.
I press the side button very many times. It would have the emergency call. I didn't know that happened.
I wonder if there's like a soy sauce alternative I could give them.
Yeah, it's called coconut aminos.
Okay. Does it say it's the same?
It tastes exactly the same, except it won't boost his estrogen like soy sauce will.
Okay. Yeah, he loves soy sauce. Like,
We should get injected full of testosterone.
He's at Vegas.
What's that one, the Terra something Hillis that we saw in the video? The spice.
you were listening to that video. I thought that video was pretty.
This dude that has a video that he's like this big fitness guru guy, and he said he gave five foods that boost your testosterone and kills the cortisol. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was it Dr. Ken Berry?
no, it was this young guy like
Okay.
and was like super buff. And
He was buff, so therefore he must have been qualified.
so but most of the stuff was like spices, like I said, Terra Fellas or Terra Cells. I can't remember what the exact name is, but it's some sort of spice. But so him and whatever company he's with, they came up with like supplement that has all those foods in it.
Oh yeah.
And pills, but I was like, doesn't that defeat the purpose of not taking pills? Like even if
You're taking like a
if you're
supplement.
taking a supplement either way, like
Yeah, I talked to Eric a lot, man, and like the number one thing he says is try to get everything from Whole Foods, man. Like not Whole Foods a store, but like Whole Foods,
Yeah.
normal food, right? Because obviously, if you need to, then you can use supplements, but it's always better to get it from Whole Foods.
Speaking of that, I wish I could send Zoom here a picture. I took a picture of these people at Walmart yesterday. They
Can't you share your
cart
screen?
full of vitamins.
A cart full of vitamins. Wow.
Yeah, they were buying a cart full of vitamins.
I take just a multivitamin from Costco. Like I take a type 3 collagen, fish oil, turmeric, vitamin D3, and then glucosamine and chondroitin. I'm honestly not. I take them just because I'm like, I don't know if it would hurt you, but I haven't really noticed any significant side effects or like positive impact from them.
If you start getting puffy nipples, maybe you should stop taking them.
Yeah, right. The soreness, little moody.
It seems like that would be a bad side effect to me.
Yeah, right.
That's the side effect when you take too much of this hazard.
Yeah, that is true. I hear that, man. That's the truth.
Like,
Brian's always going
Brian's
on.
always-
People
Where's-
have like hard nipples that they're on
Yeah,
steroids, and now anytime I see someone, I'm like, oh my god, they're on steroids.
I think that's gross science, and I'll put this true.
Feel mine? All right. Where's Ryan been? I haven't seen. I know he hasn't come to the classes yet, online classes.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not one to be on Facebook, so I don't think he gets the links. I sent him the link on Thursday night.
Yeah, I sent him the email too. You know what? I wonder if he. I don't know if he's on. I think he's on the new system, so he should get the app alerts and then the emails too. So, but yeah, it's kind of. I know for a lot of
He's
it's kind
getting
of.
lazy.
I think it's strange people train at home too. You know, some people they don't have math, they don't have the space, and I get it too. Like, you try to train at 6:30, and you got the kids running around the house, or try to have dinner.
No,
at
it's
that
just
time.
annoying because like you try to send him like funny memes and stuff on a group chat, and he doesn't see them for like 3 months. It's really big, like
Yeah.
Super disconnected. Yeah, I'll have to text him like, man, come to class, man. I'm gonna start calling people this weekend because just to check in with everyone. You know, like, man, like, don't let yourself get lazy on the couch. Join the class. It is what it is. You know, it's if nothing else. Watch. Like Roman watched yesterday. And I think he did the warm up and then he sat on the couch, ate his steak and potatoes, and watched jujitsu. You know, so.
yeah.
But at least it's something. You know, like I do believe that as much as the physical aspect of jiu-jitsu is important, man, I think like I was saying, I think you can learn a lot just by watching and making mental notes of that's the mistake I keep making. I can fix that, right? And once you become aware of it, man, it's gonna help you jiu-jitsu. Stephen Peterson, you guys know Osho. He always used to say that. He always used to tell me, he goes, you're the only guy who could go take off 2 weeks from training and come back better than when you left before you came. And it's because you have time to like sit and think and then find the solutions to problems you were having in training, right? Mentally, and then apply it in real life too. So you can't physically do it, making sure you guys are involved, whether it's studying, taking part of live class, watching the videos, making mental notes, asking questions in the Q&A. All of these things will make your jiu-jitsu better too, just like that for sure. No doubt.
I have a random question. So a bunch of people on the Women's Grappling Network have been asking like for online instruction, like what people are doing for online instruction. Do you want me to make a post for you on there? And are you trying to get people to sign up virtually for this time?
Yeah,
or is
so
it just like, do you just want us to do it?
no, so like the idea for Zoom would be for students, right? Yeah, like if I want to be coaching people, it's going to be coaching those who are members, right? But anyone's welcome to join the YouTube channel if they want to kind of practice on their own, follow along. That's no problem. But as far as my coaching, I'm gonna provide my energy and my effort to you guys, right? For sure, like as a business, like we still want to grow, right? So we have to look at ways. It's unique times, and so we're trying to adapt and kind of figure out a solution that we can continue to grow as a community, as an academy during this kind of strange time, right? With the hopes of everything coming back, to normal, right? But I think the way to do that right now is looking at, we only have the virtual options, there's for sure a plethora of online videos you guys can go find on YouTube, like John Danaher, Bernardo Fiera, and Hensel Gracie, all these guys have videos all online. But it's different when you have like a class structure and you get feedback and coaching based off movements, right? That's why everyone trains jiu-jitsu. Otherwise, everyone would just stick on YouTube. So, what I'm trying to do now is invite those who, maybe they don't train jiu-jitsu now, they're here locally, and they need to have something for their kid to stay busy, or they want to, they want to at least join and be a part of the community and Q&A session and these kind of things to, while they're stuck at home, at least get introduced to it. And so you guys you saw that the offer we're running, right? It's $100. You guys won't pay any monthly fees until we reopen, but they can at least join our classes now. And so that's a way that we can try to help increase memberships for when we open back up. Then I can have them all come in for like a normal intro class to get them accustomed to the in-person training, right? Have no idea if and how well that'll go, but it's something that we're trying just to see if we can spark some interest.
Yeah, that was kind of my question because I saw that post about the $99, and I was thinking, like, does this just apply for people who you're hoping physically come to the gym after this is over, or does that apply for everybody that's looking for somewhere, online? But I kept seeing people ask on there, so I was wondering if you wanted me to make you a post on there. But if it's just for us, then that's great.
No, so like the 99 is obviously for the intention is for people to physically be here once we reopen, right? I don't think it makes sense they're welcome to pay if they just want to do the online classes, but we can definitely make that work. I think there's an online market for jiu-jitsu for sure. I'd have to, and I'm working on kind of figuring out what those logistics look like as far as catering to markets that don't have access to jiu-jitsu. In a live coaching atmosphere, right? So it'd probably be something that's separate from obviously normal classes, but we'd have a virtual class that someone, if not myself, would be teaching. Same thing on Zoom, providing some coaching opportunities. I don't know how that would look though, right? If we're catering to a bunch of different markets, how many people can we actually have in the class that would get effective coaching,
Yeah.
So I think there's a market for it. I don't know what it looks like just yet, and that's kind of the nice part about these scenarios is it sparks a anytime you face adversity, you have to, either give up and give in, or you strive to find a solution for the scenario. I think this is going to cause a lot of innovation for jiu-jitsu to use the online market. For a long time, online jiu-jitsu was, people make fun of people who did online jiu-jitsu, in a sense of like, oh, I'm with the Gracie Online Academy and I watch videos and I don't get coaching, right? I think it's different when you have the coaching aspect involved, right? Because really, there's not a draft. There's a big difference, but it's far more valuable when I can see somebody implement technique that's being taught, and by looking, I can correct you. Oh, you're moving your hips too high here. You're doing this, or I can pin out details just like as if I was in class, not as effectively, but far more effective than just here's a video. Good luck, have that, right? Because you guys know, like, you guys think you're doing a movement correctly, but you're doing something that, like, oh no, you're lifting your hip too high, no, you recognize it. Even as black belts, we do the same thing. Like, oh, I have people all the time ask me, like, oh, why do you do this with this? And I go, what do you mean? Well, you use your foot hooking here. I go, no, let me see. And I go, oh, I had no idea I was doing that. I do it because of this. It's a subconscious movement that you make just by.
It just feels natural. You do it, you don't realize it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like anything we learn as we teach as well, right? But yeah, anyway, it's long answer to your question. For sure you're welcome to send the YouTube links out to anyone who wants to join. But I think that the special is going to be more catered towards those who want to be members once we open.
Well, I can put the link to the YouTube and just say, where you're located, and once we open up, if you like the videos, you can come check out the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. But I think a lot of people on there, most people, their gym, they're not doing these Zoom meetings or anything like that.
Anybody is doing that.
I know
There's a few.
Team Henzo down in the Houston area, both of their academies, Brian and also that
Brian Marvin.
and that Brazilian guy. They're doing a lot of live Facebook classes.
It's becoming more and more of a thing, right? Because I think people are trying to realize it's not going to be an option within the next few months, a couple months, or however long it's going to be, right? As much as I hope that this ends at the end of April, I doubt it. I think this is going to go a little longer than we hope. And so there's really no other option, right? Virtually, we're kind of stuck to the virtual training, which is fine. Like ultimately, I think so far it's been pretty successful for those who have the space and the time to do it. I think you can get some effective training just based off of my experience so far. Given the effort the coach wants to put into the coaching, right? Because it's super easy to get frustrated at, video lag, and audio cutouts and setting all this up every single day. Because it's more work, right? Like it's far more work to come in here, like set the tables up, set the laptops up, get connected, put the mics in place, get the system up and running, send out links, schedule it all, to teach the same 1 hour class that it's easy just to walk through the door and you guys are here, right? There's a lot more work in that regards. So I think a lot of people, not everyone, I'm only speaking just based off of my thought here, but in any profession, you're going to have those who are not willing to adapt to changes, and they kind of go, well, we'll wait till things come back to normal, and then you're not going to see those people anymore. They're going to go, unless they have stacks of cash, and maybe that's the case. Hopefully that works for some people, but I'm far not the type to like want to sit around and kind of wait, right? Ultimately, because I want to make sure you guys are still receiving value. You guys are supporting us, at the gym to ensure that we still have a gym when we come back. And so I want to make sure that I'm still providing value in any way that I possibly can, right? So in my mind, that becomes, we do jiu-jitsu for the community, we do it for the training. And so I want to be able to provide that coaching, provide that instruction, provide those details to you guys as much as I possibly can, right? Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I don't know what we're talking about, but.
I think that probably the goal out of all of this is just to keep everybody involved, keep everybody together, and at the same time letting them get something out of it.
I can't hear you.
Oh,
Speak up.
Sarah's real loud, skipping through the hallway.
No, try speaking up.
No, what I was saying is I think the ultimate goal with this is just keeping everybody together. We had a good family thing going on with everybody. We had to leave because of the virus. And now this still gives us opportunity to have that structure, keep everybody together. And then again, you're still getting something out of it because you're learning, Even if you're limited to not having a partner or having a partner you don't like or whatever, like you're a child. Not just joking. But anyways, she's post-op. I can't wrestle with her when she's awake. But that's the biggest thing is it's keeping everybody together, keeping everybody involved, keeping everybody active, and I think that's what's really important to the whole Zoom class thing too. With the class and the actual team.
For sure, man. Yeah, I agree 100%.
It's long to create a habit, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit. It takes maybe a couple of weeks to. Like if you're just gonna sit around and not do anything, within 2 weeks you're like, well, I'm cool here.
Yeah.
So
it's easy. For sure. Like I said, bro, like within anything, you guys know, man. You guys are business owners, man. You guys know how it is, it's super easy for people just to sit on the couch and go, oh, I can't train. COVID-19's got us, can't train. Or I can't work out. I'm not allowed to leave the house, or whatever, right? Any excuse they want versus having to figure out a new way, to accomplish those goals, right? And that's the goal at the end of the day is to keep growing as individuals, right? You have personal goals, business goals. Same thing for myself. Neil may not, but I know Sarah does. And it's important that you guys are still, you're still looking forward and making the best decision possible given the circumstances to help accomplish those goals, right? It's just like, well, maybe I can't train here on the mat, 5 days a week, but I can at least visually train or mentally train by doing the virtual classes, or maybe train with my partner, my spouse, a couple of times during the week, get my kids to train and let them stay active a couple of times during the week, or depending on no matter what the goal is, right? So if it's jiu-jitsu, great. If it's business, cool. So that's kind of in my mind. It's like, I'm still keeping my lifting up. I'm driving, 30 minutes down this way, which is, towards Denton, to use a friend's his gym in his garage so that I can continue my workouts, right? I'm learning a lot how to use, technology's, far from my skill set. So learning how to use all this has been a challenge, right? So it's interesting to develop that skill set and learning how to edit videos and so that we can get them on YouTube, so that way it's at least some sort of decently put together content. So it's not, crappy and, pull up the video, you don't want to watch it because it's terrible in the beginning, right? But it's about continued growth, and I think there's many ways to accomplish that. Even though it's not ideal, it is what it is, right? Like, man, I can't stop the virus pandemic, right? We don't control what the governing bodies around here tell us to dictate what we can and can't do for the most part, For sure, if they walked through the doors and said, "Oh, you can't be here," I'd be like, "You may go now."
That's why I keep looking at the door. I keep seeing headlights, and I'm freaking out after. Well, yeah. What Louis said about that.
But yeah, Sean's trying to get into
The chat.
TV. Yeah, let me send him the link.
See, we're working on.
I think he was having the same problem.
That's strange. I don't know why.
That's cute. Man, being at home for this long, we really realized that I would have had a dog.
You wish you had a dog?
Yeah, it would be cool to have a dog if you're at home,
Yeah, I have a dog. He's okay.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more fun to have a dog with, the kids.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
My dog's super chill. What's up, Sean?
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Hey, John.
Yeah, I think I'm having some issues, man.
It's all right. Sarah has some issues as well.
Thanks.
You got the
I go to
YouTube
I go to the whatchamacallit, it's like the link for the week, and then it said like there's another meeting going on or something. So it's all good.
Interesting. Was it the? You know what though? I bet you it was the. This one is scheduled today. The other one was probably for the adults class, all levels class.
So this is the all levels class right now link.
No, this is a specific link.
Q&A, right?
Q&A, yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll figure it out. I'll probably just delete all the different emails I have now and start fresh.
Yeah, well, that tells me that I need a better way to distribute the links and emails too. So I gotta figure that out a little better.
But I mean, I heard the conversation basically was around like just, from what I understood, just progress without having it in person, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. You know how it is too. You're very similar to that book that you're reading, right? It's anytime we're in a situation where we face challenges, we have a choice to either fold to those challenges or adapt and find a way to keep pushing forward, right? Improve and push towards our goals. It becomes a simple choice at the end of the day, right? Like you either accept the way things are, at least there's certain circumstances, and you find a way to keep progressing, or you choose to use that as an excuse to say, you know what, I can't because of this. And at the end of the day, it's because of another excuse, man. There's no reason why we can't develop ourselves, and especially in today's age with technology now, with the internet. And I mean, the fact that we're sitting here able to communicate, to visually see and hear each other over the internet, when we're all quarantined, it's simply amazing when you think about it.
Right. Yeah, when I first started I used to research progress and how to get better, quicker, and all that stuff. And so it helps to set expectations. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
Mickey's messing with you.
All right, but what I was saying was that basically the takeaway was especially at Blue Belt was most people just quit and just weren't just taking advantage of all the different opportunities. But once you kind of research what most people's journey is jujitsu, you find a lot of times something happened, they got hurt, moved, job change. So that obstacle is kind of is expected, you know what I mean? So
yeah, man, a good example.
Research too. That something's gonna happen. Get married, get divorced, whatever happens, that's kind of what's expected.
Yeah, man, for sure, bro. At the end of the day, you have to, in any aspect of your life, right? You have to look at it and be true to yourself in the sense of what do you want for your life in this said scenario, right? What do you want for your kids? What do you want for your professional life? What do you want for your jiu-jitsu, career or life or hobby, whatever you want to call it? And at the end of the day, there's certain actions that you have to take to get to where you want to be, and it's a choice. It's either you do or you don't. And you can have 100,000 reasons why you shouldn't do it, but you only need one on why you should. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like the gym here. You know, like because we're brand new in regards to being a gym here. We just signed $500,000 lease, right, for a new location, and it's like this is the worst time that we could be having this scenario, right? Because growth stopped, right? Loss of students, we're down some student base, and most people could be in a scenario like, you know what, we tried, that's it, like we're not going to, depending on how long this goes, right? Obviously, but man, like assuming we lost a bunch of students, it sets us back quite a bit. We go into a lease now where like it's costing us all kinds of money that we can't afford. Like you go, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to go into the lease. I quit or shut down or whatever. That's just not, for me, that's not an option. Like I foresee this as a long-term plan. I already see us, 5-10 years from now, so.
Sean, is your radio on in your car?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was it noisy?
A little bit. It's just making John cut out a little bit. It's okay.
I was doing karaoke back there.
That was the experience.
Oh.
But yeah, Luis.
I'm on mute now. Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
But but like I said, man, like this is a challenge, man. It's unfortunate, right? Like this is the last thing that any of us wanted in any of our lives. Like Nikki, Luis, you guys are business owners. You guys are facing very similar challenges as well. And yay! Man, we have to, we adapt and we survive, like we do what we can, so here we are providing virtual classes, providing content as much as we can, communicating with the team as much as we possibly can, and we keep moving forward, that's all we can do, so. What was that?
But on the flip side, like the Warrior crew though, I mean, we already know what it is. We already dealt with it. We're still trying. So I take this as just another situation where people that are committed to it are still gonna show up.
Oh yeah, no, for sure will. And then the reality is this, man. As soon as doors open back up, man, things settle out, man, everyone will come back, bro. I'm so confident in the community that we built. That as long as people are like, so most people that we've lost is because financially they can't afford it because they got laid off of work. Like, man, what are you gonna do? So for those people who have been laid off, like the students who that's happened to, I'm like, look, don't worry about it. We'll freeze your membership, but don't stop coming to class virtually. Look at the content, train, stay a part of it, and when you get back on your feet, we'll figure that out. Obviously that hurts us, as a business, but at the same time, I recognize that this is a hard time for everyone, so I'm gonna do what I can to support everyone as well, as much as I financially and feasibly can, so but it is what it is. Keep keeping on.
They extended to what, May 20th?
Dallas County did. Collin County, I think, is still at this point April 30th. Yeah, but honestly though, I think we'll be the same. Like as much as, what's up, Bobby? You want to come join the live?
Yeah, people.
Yeah, we got like 30 people in here. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's our normal crew, our core crew.
Want to see some
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, I think this is gonna go past April, man, for sure. Like if it's just like when we first shut down. I already kind of foresaw that this was gonna go past that initial week, so that's why I was already getting stuff set up for virtual classes. And then they talked about, okay, it's gonna be two weeks. I'm like, this is going all through April for sure. If I were to make a guess, as much as I hate to say it out loud, I bet you this is gonna go to like mid-June.
All I'm saying is this stuff better be done by the time it's my birthday, because we need to have like a joint party. Our birthdays are a day apart. We need to party.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
man, I'm turning 40 during this BS.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
you guys are young, man. Neil's like, how old are you, Neil? Like 50?
I'll be 46.
He was old,
This year.
man. Yeah, but man, we need to have like we need to do like a virtual social event, man. Like just drink some coffee. Well, yeah, I guess you have to drink some beers or whatever, but I'll have some coffee, and then just all BS on here, man. You know.
You know, if there was a way to test everybody.
No one can understand you.
If there was a way to test everybody that we were all free of the virus, we could at least hang out. You know?
Man, like look,
My little sister had a patient that her husband tested positive, and I guess she didn't say anything about. I haven't seen my little sister in a month, boy. You probably seen her last time I seen her. No, anyways, her patient ended up testing positive, and she found this out 3 days after they got furloughed and shut down, and so now she's on quarantine for 14 days. Her husband, and 3 kids, like complete quarantine, and it's like, you just never know. It's just crazy. I keep going into facilities to see patients. A lot of the nursing homes got us locked out, but I tell you what, I pay top dollar for some, a lot of hand sanitizer right now. Can't find that anywhere.
Have that big thing you take.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
I would put it in my bag.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna bring it out when I go back. I can sell it.
Yeah.
I'm actually making it if you want some, Neil.
Oh, are you?
Where'd you find the alcohol?
Man, I'm a hoarder.
Where'd you find it?
That's how you do it.
It is.
I just don't have alcohol.
Nice.
Wow.
That'll take a little bit.
What's your address, Brad? Let's tell everyone.
No, we finally
I
got
also have ammo, so.
Oh yeah, I have, man. I have ammo and chicken.
I
No,
have
we-
hydrogen peroxide, but no alcohol, and I was like, I wonder if I can mix aloe and hydrogen peroxide, and that would work.
No, you gotta have
Yeah,
it.
look,
You gotta have
all
it.
seriousness, I do have
Sometimes
3 bottles of
it's
alcohol and a big jug of aloe. I've been making my own. So.
Wow.
Nice. Little
All
kids.
right, well, guys, we're gonna record some more content for you guys, so we can release another video this week. Man, I enjoyed, like obviously spending this time talking to you guys, man. So I miss everyone in training, so it's always good to chit chat and BS with you guys a little bit. But man, feel free if you guys have if you want certain kinds of videos, if these Q&A sessions, you guys want to have certain types of discussions, man, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. Let me know, kind of what you guys are looking for. Maybe it's specific around certain types of techniques or whatever. Let me know, because then it's going to give us something to ensure that we're providing some better content for you guys during like the live Q&A sessions. Otherwise, we can just keep BS and chit chat, and I like that too. So that works. So
I just love seeing everyone's faces.
yeah.
Anything dummy that can be done on a dummy or a dog, I'm all in.
Yeah, man, I was just thinking of for the kids too, man, because
Or a dog? Is that what she said?
Or not associated
dog.
with spouse, but put spouse, dummy, or dog, and that'll work.
Oh, I thought dummy and spouse were one and the same. Oh, that's on live TV. Just kidding, YouTube. Just kidding. I love you guys. Hey, have a good weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning if you guys are in class, and then get some videos out to you this weekend as well. So be safe. All right. Peace out, guys. Virtual Memphis. Bye, guys. Yeah.
I never know how to exit out.
That's gonna be a new me, man. Virtual Knuckles.
Oh my God, so here you all.
Bye, Sarah.
She's gone. She's out. See you.
There.
See you, YouTube.